Once upon a time, there were a pair of twin kingdoms in Bayan, North Lombok, West Nusa Tenggara, namely the Daha Kingdom and the Kaling Kingdom. They were said to be twin kingdoms because they were ruled by two kings who were brothers. King Daha was the older brother, while King Kaling was the younger brother. Both kings were married but had not yet been blessed with a child. Finally, they agreed to go make a vow at the top of Bukit Batu Kemeras, which was located between their two kingdoms. On the appointed day, the king of Daha and the king of Kaling came to the top of the hill to deliver their vows to God. Upon arrival, it was the king of Kaling who made his vow first. "Oh God, if I am blessed with a child, I will bring better leaves to this place," said King Kaling with confidence. Hearing his brother's vow, the king of Daha smiled and asked, "Is that all, my brother? Will the gods grant your request with such a light vow?" "I don't know, brother. The important thing is that you have made this vow with sincere intentions," replied the king of Kaling. After that, it was the king of Daha's turn to make his vow. Because he really hoped to have a child, he made a vow that was quite heavy. "Oh God, grant my request. If I am blessed with a child, I will offer a buffalo covered in silk with golden horns and silver hoops in this place." A month later, each of the wives of the two kings was found to be pregnant. King Daha and King Kaling were delighted to hear the good news. A few months later, the consort gave birth at almost the same time. The wife of the King Kaling gave birth to a handsome boy the day before the wife of King Daha gave birth to her beautiful baby girl. A few days later, King Keling and King Daha, along with their wives, children, and bodyguards, came to Bukit Batu Kemeras to pay their vows. Out of deep gratitude, King Keling paid a vow greater than what he had intended, bringing a buffalo covered in silk with golden horns and silver hoops. Meanwhile, the King of Daha paid far less than what he had intended, bringing only an ordinary and overdue buffalo. According to local beliefs, what the King of Daha did was a taboo and could bring disaster to him. Apparently, what the people believe really happened. On the way home, King Daha's entourage was suddenly blocked by a tornado. The wind swirled and blew away the daughter of the King of Daha. The longer it went on, the farther the baby flew. King Daha and his wife could not stop crying because they lost their only daughter. Meanwhile, the daughter of King Daha, who was blown away by the wind, finally fell in a park on the edge of the lake. The baby was then found by a couple of park names Ama Bangkul and Ina Bangkul. They took the baby in as their adopted daughter and named her Chilinaya. Time went on. Chilinaya grew up to be a beautiful girl. She was a smart girl. She learned various skills such as weaving, cooking, and flower arrangement. She quickly mastered the lessons taught to her by Ina Bangkol. After every weaving season, Chilinaya often played alone in the flower garden. One day, while Chilinaya was playing in the garden, a noise was heard, so she hid in her cottage where she lived. Suddenly, what came where is a young boy who was lost. Chilinaya remained hidden even though they spent the night in her cottage. Long story short, they fell in love. They married without telling Prince Father. After staying at Pak Bangkul's house for some time, Raden Panji returned to the Keling Kingdom to introduce Chilinaya to his parents. At that time, Chilinaya was heavily pregnant. Upon arrival at the place, Raden Panji told his father all about himself and Chilinaya's family. The king was very disappointed. One day, King Keling pretended to be sick, then told Raden Panji to find him a deer's liver in the forest to treat his illness. As soon as his son left for the forest, King Keling immediately ordered his Patih to take Chilinaya's life. "Patih, remove Raden Panji's wife from the place. I don't want the good name of this royal family to be tarnished by having a son-in-law from a commoner," exclaimed King Keling. "Yes, sir, I will immediately carry out your order, replied the police party. Together with some police guards, the court party captured Chilinayas, who had just given birth to a son. After that, they took Chilinaya and her son to the beach of Tanjung Manangis. Before ending her life, Chilinaya hugged his son tightly and then told the party and his guard, "Listen, lords, if my blood will smell fishy, it means that I'm the son of a commoner. However, if my blood smells good, it means that I'm the daughter of the king," said Princess Chilinaya. Crying baby, the blood dripping out of her body gave off a very pregnant odor. The party and the palace guard were very sorry when they smelled the odor. They regret having taken the life of Chilinaya, who turned out to be a daughter of the king. However, what was to be made? Chilinaya's life could not be helped anymore. They immediately returned to the place to report the incident of King Kalim. Meanwhile, Raden Panji and his guard, who happened to be passing through the area, heard the sound of a baby crying. They immediately looked for the source of the cry. Not long after, they found a woman lying on the ground holding a baby. Raden Panji was shocked to find out that the woman was his wife. He could no longer hold back his sadness so that he could not feel his tears dripping out of his eyelids. "Oh God, how unfortunate my wife is," Raden Panji whimpered. Just as Raden Panji uttered his hurt cry, suddenly lightning flashed, and between the thunder, a voice from the sky was heard. "Oh Raden Panji, make a chest for your wife. After that, you drip her to the sea. By the power of God, one day you will meet again," said the voice. A few years later, the king of Daha held a cockfighting party at the place. King Daha had a very strong rooster that had never been defeated. At this party, King Daha staked half of his wealth. Participants from all over the country came to defeat King Daha's rooster, including Raden Magasti, who had grown up. Raden Panji's son also had a powerful chicken. The moment that all people of Kaling had been waiting for arrived. The cockfighting party began immediately. The party was very lively. The audience cheered as they watched the fighting cocks. Thousands of cocks had fought, but not a single cock had been able to defeat the king of Daha's rooster. Now, it was Raden Mugatsi's chicken's turn to compete with Raja Daha's chicken. Apparently, Raden Mugatsi's chicken was so powerful that it could defeat Raja Daha's chicken easily. After winning the fight, Raden Mugatsi's chicken crowed, "Dodo Panji kembangi kok maya." It means, "My father Panji, my mother Chilinaya." Chilinaya, who heard and understood the meaning of the cock crowing, immediately embraced Raden Magatsi. "Oh, my son! Now, I'm your mother, Chilinaya," said Chilinaya.